Well, Dr. Dvir Abramovich, he's the chair of the Anti-Defamation Commission. He's called into 3AW. Dvir, good morning to you.
Good morning, Shane, and Merry Christmas.
To you as well. Your reaction to what happened on Sunday night?
Look, it's clear that these homegrown extremists are determined to tear up the rule book and to turn our city into a war zone. You know, Melbourne used to be a quiet, peaceful place, but for these radicals, nothing is sacred. And what they were trying to do is not just to destroy the spirit of Christmas, but also to threaten and to intimidate. And this is what we've seen over the last 2 months. We've seen Melbourne turn into a cesspool of ugly and divisive propaganda. And I'm glad that your callers, and I'm glad that people across the aisle have condemned this despicable act. It's just shameful, it's immoral. And it shows you that these people will stop at nothing to turn our lives into hell.
Look, it was disappointing. There's no doubt about that. And I thought the timing of the protest was totally uncalled for. However, what is happening in the Middle East at the moment, and I don't want to dig deep into the politics of it given the time of year, however, it is quite divisive. We are seeing, thousands dying, children as well. I don't have an issue with the peaceful protests from pro-Palestinian protesters. I don't have an issue with that. The way they went about it on Sunday night is what I have an issue with. And any violent protests or any targeting in an anti-Semitic way is totally unjust, as it is the other way. But in terms of peaceful protests, whichever side you are on, and unfortunately this is an incredibly divisive issue, a peaceful protest I don't have an issue with.
I don't have an issue with peaceful protests, Shane. The problem is that what we are seeing over the last few months is nothing but peaceful. We've seen, anti-Semitism creep into our daily lives. We've seen ugly scenes of people convincing students to leave school and come and protest. And what they're trying to do, really, this is kind of guerrilla warfare tactics. They're trying to manipulate and exploit young people who will one day be adults, and the way they will look at anybody who's Jewish or anybody who supports Israel, the first casualty in war, Shane, is the truth. And I think what's been lost over the last few months is the truth. And, the Jewish community has had peaceful protests, has had rallies calling for the release of the hostages. We need to remember what happened in October 7th, Shane, and that seems to be completely erased, that there were more than 1,200 Israelis killed, there were babies who were beheaded and women who were raped. So I'm all for peaceful protest. This is the tradition of Australia, and this is the tradition of Melbourne. But what we are seeing is that this city is being turned into a battlefield, and I don't like it at all.
Dr. Dvir Abramovich, chair of the Anti-Defamation Commission, I appreciate you calling in this morning and giving your thoughts.
Appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much.